Alrighty, here, I want us to work some dimensional analysis examples and uh, get some practice under our belt. Um, and since this is a process we're going to use a lot, I'm not going to do a ton of examples here. We're going to do two good examples. Uh, and then in other stuff, we'll do more and more. But all the stuff we're going to do is eventually dimensional analysis, and all this kind of goes together. So here we go. All right, straightforward. We're going to convert 9,044 micrometers to centimeters. All right, this is a metric prefix conversion. Straightforward. There are two ways through this. Okay. Well, first off, before I dive myself off the deep end here, figure out where you want to start. This is straightforward. It's the number we have. So this is our start. Okay. Um, there are two routes through this. If you're really, really good with your metric prefixes, you can manipulate them to figure out the difference between a micrometer and a centimeter. Okay. But we've all learned the metric prefixes related to the center. So, right. So we know micrometers to meters and we know meters to centimeters. So we can do this through the base unit. And that's the best way I think to do it. Even though it adds an extra step, I hate to say it, but it takes a little bit of the thinking out of it. So it takes out some of the guesswork and some of the hemming and hawing. Okay. So our plan then is we're going to take our micrometers and turn them into meters. And then we're going to take our meters and turn them into centimeters. Okay. Remember, micro is 10 to the minus 6, and centi is 10 to the minus, I don't know what that says, 10 to the minus 2. So what this really means is there are 10 to the 6th micrometers in 1 meter, and there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. And we're going to use those equalities and conversion factors to do this. All right, so start 9044 micrometers. This is a Greek letter of mu, by the way. So writing a U is not going to cut it. Make sure you have this little tail on the front of it so it looks not quite there. Okay, put this over 1 so we realize what we're doing. All right, and again, we're going to set this up the way we did the other example in the other video. We want micrometers to cancel out, so it has to go on the bottom, and meters has to go on the top. Okay, look at our conversion factor. We have 10 to the 6th micrometers as 1 meter. Okay, we're gonna do this a second time. We got meters to centimeters, so we're gonna put meters on the bottom so they cancel out. That puts centimeters on the top. Our equality here says there's 100 centimeters for 1 meter. So there we go. All right. Our units, let's look at our units. Again, you don't have to show them canceling out for me, but I'm gonna do it just so we have it. Micrometers canceled, our meters canceled. We're left with centimeters, which is the answer we're looking for, so that's great. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to multiply through the top. So that's 9044 times 100, or 904400. Okay. And we're going to divide that by 10 to the 6th. This has units of centimeters. Don't forget your units. Then we divide those two things. Some of us might be able to do that in our head. Not me. That's fine. Okay. 10 to the 6th. Okay. I'm going to tell you a trick I just did here in a second. 0.9044 units of centimeters. Okay. Now, what I did when I entered this in my calculator, instead of doing times 10 to the power 6, I did it in scientific notation and said 1 E6. Okay. That's all right. You can do that. You could also say this is 10 to the 6th. That works too. Both of those things are okay. This is how I do it just because I'm in the habit of using scientific notation. That's not a bad habit to get into. Let's think about our significant figures in here. This is exact, and I didn't actually change the color I meant to. Okay. This one is exact, and this one's exact because those are the metric prefixes. So this has 4 significant figures, so our answer needs 4. That's 4, so this is our good final answer. Okay. Let's work another one that has a little bit more meat on it. So I don't know what the heck just happened. Okay. All right. So here we go. You bought a dorm fridge that has a volume of 2,765 cubic inches. What is the volume of this fridge in liters? All right. So just a reminder, we have to know our metric prefixes. And this one, we're having cubic units in here. So I'm going to show us how to deal with that as we go. All right. Let's think through this. Where am I starting? Oh, yeah. Sorry. We need a plan. So we have inches cubed is our given unit. So this is our start. Okay. And in the end, we have to end up with liters. Okay. We know, because I told us to memorize in that other video, that there's 2.54 centimeters in an inch. So we can get inches to centimeters, which means we can get inches cubed to centimeters cubed. Okay. We also know that 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliter, so we can get to milliliters, and we can get milliliters to liters. So this is technically a 3-step problem. Okay. Inches to centimeters, we need the 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. This is 1 centimeter cubed equals 1 milliliter, and then this is 1,000 milliliters equals 1 liter. Okay, it's always good to think through that. If you have enough room to write it down, do it. Eventually, this will start to come in your head as you do it, and you won't have to show all of that rigmarole to work your way through it. All right, let's get ourselves started here. Crap. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Inches cubed, so 2,765 inches cubed over 1. All right, now remember what the cube means, right? Inches cubed, I'm getting right in front of the camera here. Inches cubed is inches times inches times inches, okay? There's 3 inches in there. Every one of those inches has to get converted to centimeters, okay? So when we do that, we're going to have inches on the bottom and centimeters on top, and we know it is 2.54 centimeters for 1 inch, okay? Every one of those has to happen. So you can do this in 2 ways. You can, this is the way I'm going to write it, and I'll show you a different way. Well, you know, whatever. Okay. But we have to do it 3 times. That's the same thing as if we had said 2,765 inches cubed times 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch times 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch times 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. Okay. These 2 things mean the same thing. Okay. It's easier to write it with a cube there. Okay. But I want to show you we have 3 inches cubed in there, and we have to convert every inches into a centimeter. So we got to do it 3 times. Okay. So that one's done. Centimeters to milliliters. So that's going to be centimeter cubed on the bottom and milliliters on top. And both of those are 1. So we don't actually have to put it in the calculator, but we got to show it in the work. And then we got to get milliliters to liters. So milliliters on the bottom and liters on the top. That's 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. Okay. Now, the best way through this is multiply the top, multiply the bottom, and then divide the 2 answers. So 2,765 times 2.54 times 2.54 times 2.54, because that to me is faster than figuring out how to do a cube on here. All right, so this is 45310.23196, and all that's over 1,000. And that has units of liters. I've ran into my picture, I'm sorry. All right, and then we're gonna take that number and divide by 1,000. So this is 40, I'm coming down here, 45.3102396 liters. All right, significant figure time. This is 4, this is exact, this is exact, and this is exact. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So this is really going to round us to, and I planned this poorly, I'm sorry. This is going to round us to 45.31 liters. And there's our answer. Okay. Again, the more you do it, the better you get at doing it. Okay. So practice, practice, practice. Don't forget that the secret word is banana. And see, there's some right here. Banana. Why you don't put bananas in a fridge, but I don't know why they did that, but they're there. Anyway, have a good one and we'll work some problems together.